They tried to ban my backyard barbecues, so I bought their precious community park and banned them instead. Hey, what's up, rebels? Welcome back to the channel where we fight the good fight against petty tyrants. Today, I'm spilling the tea on how I turned Theatables on a power-hungry HOA that thought they could control my backyard. Stick around because this story has drama, revenge, and a twist so juicy you'll be screaming. Take that, Karen. If you love epic clapbacks, smash that like button right now. It helps us beat YouTube algorithm and keeps these stories coming. Picture this. You've just bought your dream home. Big backyard, perfect for grilling ribs, blasting jazz, and chilling with friends. No HOA to ruin your vibe. Sounds like paradise, right? Well, not so fast. The local HOA had other plans, and they were about to make my life a living hell. But what they didn't know, I was about to hit back in a way they'd never see coming. Cut to footage of a peaceful backyard, then a dramatic zoom-in, an HOA letter. If you've ever dealt with an HOA or any nosy neighbor what thinks they own you, drop a Karen alert in the comments. Let's see how many OFUs have survived these neighborhood nigders. So, about a year ago, I wazzed on with apartment life. I just landed. Killer job and I was ready to settle into my forever home. I toured dozens off houses, but one stole my heart. Not because it was fancy, but because it had a massive backyard begging for summer barbecues and the cherry on top. It was not under the HOA iron fist. If you know HOA, you know why that was Adelbreaker. I wasn't taking chances, though. I'd heard horror stories off people getting suckered into HOAs by shady realtors, so I got it in writing. No HOA. I even called. The previous owner, Rick, a dude so cool he probably invented chill. Rick warned me, buddy, never sign anything from those hoveltures. They've been after me for 3 years. Newsletters, door knocks, even holiday cookies. Okay, real talk. Guy might have caved for those cookies. Would you tell me in the common skookies of freedom? Rick said the hoe got nastier over time, like they were a personally offended. He wouldn't join their cult. He made me promise to keep me property free, and I could tell Henu something I didn't. Spoiler, he was right at first. The neighborhood seemed dull. People waved, brought casseroles, the usual. Then the HOA board rolled up, all smiles, pitching their Amazon community park as a reason to join. It was just some benches, a playground, and rusty grills. My backyard was way better. I said thanks, but no thanks. And that's when their masks slipped. Show reenactment of HOA member, whispering loudly. Suddenly I'm hearing them mutter about unified. Neighborhood sond how I'm not doing my part. They'd walk by my house real slow. I bought Mylon like it owed them money. One day I got a letter in my mailbox. No return address. It's just their fancy HOA. Stab seeing. My trash cans were out too long. I'm not in your club. I grabbed aired Sharpie, wrote not a member, and taped it to the cans. Petty, maybe satisfying. Go, yeah. Have you ever clapped back at a nosy neighbor? Drop your best petty moment in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And if you're new, here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the chow stats coming. Summer rolled in, and my backyard was calling. I bought a smoker, yep. A big, beautiful beast that could handle a whole brisket. First barbecue is magic. Friends, family, cold drinks, jazz on the Bluetooth speaker. My no-HOA neighbors even swung by to say thanks. But the smell of ribs at walls like a bat signal for the HOA Karen show, sizzling grill footage. Then a dramatic cut to an HOA letter. Next day, a letter arrived. Unauthorized editings must be registered with the HOA and held in the community park to maintain neighborhood harmony. Violations may face action. Action? What were they going to send the barbecue plus? I laughed, tossed it, and planned a bigger party for my cousin's birthday, balloons, cornhole, cupcakes. Threw our ex halfway through. I spot Marcia Yoop, the HOA president, who I'm calling Marcia, because it's the perfect name toil 3 times in a row. She's on my sidewalk with a posy, glaring like Thayer auditioning for a villain role. Then boom. 2 cop cars pull up for a birthday party. The officer was cool, checked my ID, saw no laws broken and bounced. Marcia was fuming that night. Another letter, unofficial barbecues airband. Reserve the park or face enforcement. Enforcement of what? Their feelings. I was done playing nice. The harassment went full throttle. Very barbecue, big or small, brought glares, letters, or cops. One time it was just 3 people chilling and they still called the police. The officers started joking with me like, back again, huh? Then the HOA sent a non-member compliance fine for $200. Non-member fine. Is that even a thing? I sobbed every letter. Voicemail and doorbell cam. Clip of their creepy stakeouts. I was ready to fight back. If they wanted a war over my ribs, they'd get one. Quick question. If an HOA tried to defend you for nothing, would you ignore them or go full petty? Drop your answer. Inth comments. I'm curious. And if you're releving this, smash that like button. Keep the algorithm on our side. I crashed their next HOA meeting. Binder full of receipts, letters, fines, police reports. It was in a public pavilion. Sathi couldn't kick me out. Marsha's face. I walked in priceless. I laid it out. You've harassed me for 6 months. I'm not in your HOA. My house isn't tires to control. Your threats are a joke. Keep it up. And my lawyer's next. Marsha whined about smoke and noise, saying I should join to use communitarious sources. I fired back. The only resource I'm using is my backyard. Winch threatened to lean on my house. I said, you'll regret that. The crowd was stunned. Some even looked amused. Then a neighbor dropped a bombshell. The HOA didn't own their precious park. They rented it month to month from a developer. I dug into public records, met the developer, David, and learned it had been trying to sell for years. The HOA kept lowballing him. So fueled bisbitten savings, I bought the park. The lease was up, and I let David break news. The park was sold. The HOA was about to lose their crown jewel. The day lease expired, I was out at dawn with a locksmith, changing every gate lock. I slapped up signs, private approach, no trespassing, no HOA access. Then I sat on my porch with lemonade, watching the chaos unfold. Morning joggers stunned. Starbucks, Karen's gasping minivans parked crooked as people stormed the gates. Reading miss signs in disbelief. Show montage off confused neighbors with comedic sound effects. Marsha finally showed up with a lawyer, promising to fix it. I handed her the deed. Frame it, Marsha. Own the park and your band. Her face. Oh, it was art. What would you do if you own Ed? HOA's favorite toy. Tell me in the comments. I'm dying to know. And if you're still here, you're a legend. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. The neighborhood went wild. Summer events, fireworks, movie nights canceled. Residents demanded answers. Why didn't the HOA buy the land? Why would do so high? For a rented park? Petition to dissolve. The HOA spread like wildfire. At an emergency meeting, Marsha Sexus blaming me, the developer. Even residents crashed and burned. Her squatters' rights nonsense got laughs. Show reenactment of angry residents howling with Marsha floundering. Mosfon came 80% dissolved. The HOA Marsha's empire was gone. Even her loyalists turned on her one neighbor, who's to give me dirty looks, apologize a sign. You expose their incompetence. Quick pause. If your hoe get dissolved, would you celebrate Ormisit? Drop your thoughts below and let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Toss ticket to the algorithm. Nice. I kept Thepric, but not to be a jerk. I hired a local kid to mow locked gates at night and let respectful neighbors use it. No HOA nonsense. BBQs came back bigger and better. Neighbors brought burgers, played volleyball, and set up. Movie nights, no permits, no currents, just community. The park's cleaner now. People care when it's not a power trip. Show happy neighbors grilling with a beat music. Thanks to Rick's warning, I outsmarted the HOA without breaking a law. No neighbors wave, help with groceries, and don't sweat trash cans. It might sell the park to the county summity, but for now, I'm the quiet howner. Grilling ribs and watching people enjoy a free space. And that's how it turned an HOA bullying into the ultimate Klopak. If you love this story, smash that like button. We're aiming for 1,000 to crush the algorithm. Drop your craziest HOA or neighbor story in the comments. Sim reading everyone, and Theobist might get a shout out in my next video. Subscribe and hit the bell so you didn't miss more epic revenge tales. Check out my playlist for more neighbor drama. And let's keep the petty Vebus going. Show playlist thumbnail and a final grill shot. Oh, and one last thing. If your age giving you grief, don't back down. Find their weak spot and grill on Rebels. See you in the next tone. End with a wink and upbeat music fade.